Here we are at Country Oaks Campground and RV Park in Kingsland, Georgia. What do we think about this campground? Time for another 5-minute review and rating, so let's hop to it. Country Oaks Campground is a Good Sam's campground located in Kingsland, Georgia. It's right off of I-95 at the last exit heading south just before you reach the Florida border. The entrance is on a 2-lane road that didn't have a lot of traffic, so getting into and out of the park was not an issue. The main drive is narrow and curves to the left towards the main building. There's only one main road, it's paved and narrow, and has a pretty good hairpin at the back of the campground. There are also potholes and uneven pavement, so driving around is a slow and bumpy ride. Country Oaks is a small, older style park with only 44 campsites. They don't have any cabins and they don't have any tent sites. If you stay overnight or for a short term, you will be in one of the pull-through sites near the front gate. The sites are fairly long and easily accommodate my truck and fifth-wheel camper. Although not tight, our site was on the slightly narrower side, but it was adequate. There's also a lot of trees, which is something we like. Our site was packed gravel, and it took a few attempts of backing up and pulling forward to try to find a level spot, which I never did find. I finally settled on putting some boards under the tires on one side of the camper. The provided utilities are adequate. Water pressure is high, so be sure you bring a pressure regulator with you. Sewer connections were also adequate. There is no cable TV, so you get to watch the local stations on your antenna. The provided internet is typical of most campgrounds with a measured speed of 12.5 megabits per second. Although not very fast, it was stable with no dropouts. Our T-Mobile phones had a good signal with a download speed of 204 megabits per second and a strong 5G signal. Each of the sites up front have a cute small picnic table and a tire rim fire ring. Country Oaks offers daily trash pickup, which is a service we really appreciate and like. At the main building, which they call the Big House, there are the bathroom facilities. I can see where some campers were not pleased with them as they were small, very rustic looking, and could use some attention. I hope the women's room was more accommodating. Likewise, the laundry room was small with only a couple of washers and dryers. In contrast, inside the lobby, it's cozy, rustic, and charming. As the temperatures outside were cold, they had a nice fire going in the wood stove. When I checked in, they offered me a free cupcake, which I shared with Mrs. Hop-to-it. Wild Frontier is okay for dogs and pets. There isn't a dog park, but there is a lot of open grassy areas. Just be sure not to walk your dog near the pond as it's clearly marked off limits for Fido. If you have kids, there isn't much to entertain them here. There isn't a playground or many kids' activities. There is a horseshoe pit and a ring toss game, but that's really about it. If you and your family like to fish, then you're in luck. There's a small, well-stocked private pond that looks like it would be a fun place to relax and catch a few fish. There isn't a pool here either, and there isn't any swimming allowed in the pond, so folks, keep your Speedos in the drawer. If you really need to go swimming, the ocean and beaches are about a 15-minute drive away. If you want to go sightseeing, there are quite a few places to choose from, including Jekyll Island, Cumberland Island, St. Simon's Island, and the city of St. Mary's. If you want to go out for a bite to eat or have to do some shopping, there is a large shopping area just down the road in Kingsland, with quite a few restaurants, stores, pharmacies, gas stations, and more. Naturally, there is a super Walmart there too. Country Oaks Campground is one of those places that you go to when you just want to spend a quiet and relaxing time. It's very peaceful and reminds me how family camping was when I was a kid. There's hardly any traffic noise, and at night it's you and the stars. This is a great place to sit around the campfire and make some memories. So what did we think about Country Oaks Campground and RV Park? We liked the great location, the clean and well-maintained grounds, site trash pickup, the peaceful and serene surroundings, and of course, the free cupcake. We weren't as impressed with the lack of kids' activities, the narrow, windy, bumpy roads, the rustic bathrooms, and no dog park. Based on our standard rating system, we will give Wild Frontier 6 out of 10 ribbits. This is one of those places that will appeal to some people and not appeal to others. If all you want is a small, charming campground reminiscent of old-time camping, this is a place for you. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please high-five the like icon, jingle the bell, and subscribe. I truly appreciate all of you that subscribe and follow my channel. You make doing this fun, and I can't thank every one of you enough. Until next time, keep camping.